And also subconscious and higher self, I should say. Michelle finds it frustrating the delay in her communication with these sessions. Are you able to help so she's not so frustrated?
Yes, we can help her. We can help it kind of flow in and out. There's just two separate parts of it. So the parts that she wants to flow is are the actual words. However, just the fact that there is time, it takes time to show. She's not just receiving pictures; she's receiving images and scenes that are unfolding in front of her. So where she expects the words to just come quickly and smoothly. If she wants to see the visual, she has to take a little bit of time um, to actually see them before she can, receive the feelings and the next visual that's important to the information that's coming through to her. So we understand why she, wants that, and we are willing to help that speed up a bit. But just know that it's like we're showing her literally as two separate things. The information coming out of her, we're showing her on the right side, and the visuals on the left side, and to merge them is quite complicated, but it's also adding to her experience. So she actually had a conversation with us about that a bit ago and expressed that she is thankful to be able to receive the visualizations and doesn't want that to diminish in any way. So she just has to have a little bit of patience and understand that the merging of these two things takes a little bit of time.
It's such a gift that she can visualize in these sessions.
It is, and we love that. It's exciting for us as well to be able to show her these things, but also just to experience her reactions to them, and not her human reactions, is just adds another element for us as well.
Fantastic. I love that so much. Thank you. So, subconscious. Right now, it seems like all the mainstream media are showing and talking about this 9-foot monolith that has suddenly been discovered in Utah. Are you able, please, to place Michelle's consciousness awareness visually so she can see that monolith wherever it is in Utah? I'm really curious for her to see it when it is placed.
When it is what? I'm sorry.
When it is placed there. When did it arrive?
She is her visual visual on this is not coming in as well as she would like. She is not aware of the situation at all. It is something that is completely um, absent in her mind, but we will push these visuals through and give her the information that you're seeking. So this monolith is something that arrived approximately a week. She's getting a sense of a week ago, but she is kind of fighting that information because she really has no clue what we're even talking about. What would you like her to see or describe about it?
Can she see it arriving? Can she see who's responsible for placing it there?
She really, well, I mean, she she really wants she to explain what a monolith is, because the visual that she's getting is just a very tall, like tower type thing, and she's showing it placed by like through the air, just going through the air and being placed down, but she is very unsure about what she is experiencing. She is not familiar with even the word monolith.
Mm-hmm. And it's totally fine. She doesn't have to know, and she's doing a very good job just allowing it all to come through. And so she's seen it coming through the air.
Yes.
And can you give her a sense, please, of who's responsible for making it go through the air?
This is kind of a section of what kind of a section of government, but it's a section that is it's like a group, a portion of the government that is not in line with the best interest um, of the people. It is something that is countering the kind of the plan, the good plan that was trying to roll out. They're doing this in order to put a stop to or slow down the progress of beneficial progress of the people that are trying to make a positive difference in their position in the government.
Okay, so would you therefore say that this is kind of a distraction?
Very much so. It is. They were showing her almost like they're scammering to try to do something, anything. Like this is just kind of like almost like one of their last ditch efforts to do something that will make the progress go more in their favor than the way it is going currently.
So you feel like it's a ploy to distract people and that it can cover mainstream media and all of the news?
Yes, absolutely. We're showing her that they're like waving, like look over here, look over here, look over here, and definitely it is something that they're wanting people to notice and give their time and recognition and focus to this.
Do you get a sense of what they're trying to distract us from?
Yes, it has to do with the revealing of true, um, the truth behind the political players that are very, very much in the spotlight right now. She specifically is seeing Kamala Harris, something related to her. She is coming through very, very strongly in relation to this story per se.
What is her agenda for humanity at this moment?
Her agenda is not for any benefit of humanity. In fact, it is the opposite. She is definitely on the path, and we're showing her like pointing in the direction of crashing humanity, of destroying humanity. She is not. There's nothing that she's doing that is actually in benefit and lifting humanity in any way. We're showing Michelle, she is not the type of being that people think that she is.
What type of being is she?
We are showing her that she is a well, she used to be reptilian being, but that being has been terminated.
How was it terminated?
We show that she was captured. We show that she was very much trapped and basically didn't have any way out. She had tried to go into like a hiding, like in a place that she thought was safe, and Michelle's seen it as like underground. And she was found, and they're showing that she was pretty much backed into a corner and didn't have any way out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for letting us know all of that. Very interesting. Are you able, please, to show Michelle, please, a very important day for her on New Earth?
Yeah, we're showing her a day when she is welcoming and inviting new. It is her. It is her. It is members of her soul family, but we're showing her almost like throwing a party, like celebrating that they have joined her on New Earth. And this is something that she's experiencing in or we're showing her that she will experience it in a really, really positive way, as these are beings that are very, very in line with and connected with her. So as these beings join her, she is elevated just because of their collective energy together. So although she is happy to see them, it is also a day that she is, in a sense, like graduating to a whole nother level of being on New Earth.
And so, how does she graduate to a whole new other being? What does that look like?
Well, not another type of being, but another state of being. So that will open a much, much, much higher dimensional reality for her. We're showing her that at a time when she felt that she had pretty much accomplished, and was very happy to be there, but without direction. She did not. She did not really see much point in remaining, and so when these beings, her soul family, some members of her soul family, come to join her, it is something that gives her like a boost in a new direction and an entry into an area of New Earth that she hadn't yet been able to experience. So it's just exciting. We're showing her that she is very elevated, very excited, and happy to not only be surrounded by more of her soul family, but also to experience something completely new when, just when she thought she was done, per se.
Thank you. What sort of things does she do then when she has kind of graduated? Is it like like the first layers or levels of 5D?
This would be when she is above the 5D level. Yes, this is when she has definitely mastered the 5D level. And so when this other dimension opens to her, her life will still be playing out on old Earth, but she will be able to experience the other, some goings on that she couldn't see before. We are showing her that she is kind of stepping into this other dimension, and in this other dimension, her mindset is open so much more than it already will be, just being on New Earth and being in the fifth dimension. This is when she steps into this dimension, it is something where she gains much more clarity in what she is calling almost like powers to communicate so much more freely with the other types of beings that are on New Earth. We're showing her even like communicating with flowers and communicating with definitely animals, but so much more than just different beings, like and this just opens just a completely new experience in a new world, and will kind of give her a boost to take her interest in a direction that will fulfill her life purpose on New Earth.
Thank you. Did you say that while she's on the new Earth, she will still be experiencing her old life on the old Earth?
No.
Okay.
Once she is on New Earth, her life on old Earth is complete. It is done.
There would not be any, I just to clarify, there would not be any consciousness of her, no versions of her on Earth.
Nope. We are clearly showing her that almost like a magnet, all of that is like being drawn and drawn up and like joining and like stuck within her, that all of that is finished on old Earth. We are showing her that as far as like her subconscious and her higher self still holds all of those parts of her that were on old Earth, but those parts do not or will not exist once she is on New Earth.
And how is the timeline going for that shift?
How is what? I'm sorry?
How is that timeline going for that shift? Is it still next month?
Yeah. Yes, we're giving her a clear picture of 1221, and we just want to remind you that this is not an absolute date, but as of this time that we are communicating, that is, we are on track for 1221.
Is there any other timelines where that could all change?
Any other timelines that what?
Could make that all change?
We're showing her that the biggest determinant of that timeline is actually just the earth herself, her soul, her being. That she's ready to go. All this is unplanned because she would like to go. But the actual transition is not easy. We're showing her that it is like Earth. The Earth being Gaia is trying to break out of her vessel on old Earth, and it is a very, very difficult process. It is not something that is just a smooth and quick change. And so this is something that could affect the way that the timeline plays out, but we are also showing her very clearly that Gaia is climbing out, that she is emerging and fully plans to, and we are saying will emerge. So at this time, we don't see that there's any reason that it would ever stop, that the timeline will not exist. But this kind of biggest component is like we're showing her that shifting the people, the humans off Earth is very, very quick. It's very, very easy for us. The visual that she's getting is almost, she's not appreciating it very much, but it is almost like throwing cards. Like tossing a card. Here's a card, here's a card, here's a card, and we're like tossing the cards basically onto the ship, which she, doesn't overly appreciate because we are not reducing y'all to something as simple as a playing card, but we're just showing her that it's very light and very easy for us to move y'all. But the actual moving of the Earth's herself out of this old Earth body is a difficult process. She has experienced other planets emerge. She knows what is to come, but it is quite the process. It is not. It's not easy. We are showing her a visual of the Earth body, and that it is very, very, very black. It is full of very heavy energy right now, and the energy will keep her not stuck, but it will make it much harder for her to emerge. So as the timeline plays out, the dark energy will lighten, and it will become easier for her to maneuver. But this is something that does take time. It is something that has to unfold and unravel in a process. And so there's no way of knowing exactly how that process will unfold, exactly what the energy will be at the time that this is happening. And so as we see it, that is the biggest component that could possibly change a timeline. But as of this time, everything is on track.
If you had to give it a percentage of the the possibility of it changing, what percent would you give it?
We're showing her that it is 90, if this is approximate, obviously, but it is about 98% that this will absolutely occur in the way and the time that we have kind of scheduled as of now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Are you able to show Michelle, please, the spaceship, the craft called Athena? Can you show her what that looks like?
Yes. She is saying that it is, she's experienced it almost in like an upside down pyramid, kind of with a few little, like a tripod type legs. It is like a darkish, kind of reddish, brown in color. She is very, she's seen as very, like, there's not many details. There's not anything on the outside, much to describe, but she's just seeing the form, the color, and she can also see the frequency that it is, she wants to say like resting in, or not resting in, surrounded by. Is there, what would you like to know specifically? We can show her more details.
Can you show her inside? Can you show her who lives in there, the beings? What are you allowed to show her?
Okay. We're showing her that there are Pleiadian beings on the ship. We're showing her this is a place where they focus their effort. She's seen it almost as a command station per se. She is not seeing any like human beings or anything that she's seeing, as she was able to see on the other ships. She just sees them very busy, very focused. They are, hold on. Yeah, this is where they're focusing all their energy on basically the plan. This is where they are kind of giving, she sees them like very focused on one aspect of this shift. It is like a pinpoint. They are giving direction regarding that, but she's only seen it as like shedding light on this one little tiny point, and she is not a. Hold on. Oh, okay. She is saying that the beings on the ship are focused specifically on the They're focused on the remaining, like not the human beings, but the beings that are trying to kind of block and not allow the energy to change on Earth. She is seeing them as she's seeing them as reptilians, but it is not only reptilians. So the beings on the ship are pinpoint focused on these beings that are that are that are focusing their efforts on not allowing the Earth to shift.
I hear people saying that there's dark forces and that the light's won. Is this still the case, or has something changed?
There is this is a very, very, very broad concept that they're speaking of. So there is there is definitely dark energy that is getting in the way of many of our efforts. It is not surprising or new in any way. So a lot of times when that statement is made, it is a truth, and it is regarding the individual beings. The individual beings are created in light and are light and will not be stopped or ended in any way by dark forces. So the light is definitely one. The light is not will not ever cease to exist. Same with the dark, it will always exist as well. So in regards to humanity specifically, yes, the light has won, but the light has always been in a position of there's no way that the light would not win. The current state of consciousness on for humanity on Earth is focused specifically on kind of good versus bad. It is recently come to light for so many people how much we'll say bad or dark there was. This is something that was very much kept from you, and although everyone experiences bad, everyone experiences dark, there is absolutely no way for you to ever understand the ways and the depth that this darkness has surrounded you and changed humanity as a whole. So this is something that has been allowed. If it could have been stopped at any time, it is not wrong. It is just the it is just the state of being for old Earth. But it is very, very real. We are showing her a visual of literally of Earth wrapped and being squeezed very, very, very tightly by the dark. So yes, light is and will always win per se. The darkness can never overtake the light. but the darkness has, in a sense, overtaken much of Earth, and much of the Earth vessel, not of her, of Earth herself. But the darkness has very much taken it's been taken over so much of the Earth vessel and of humanity as a whole. So at this time, we're showing her that there is much darkness, and that it is not gone. So the reason that people are saying that is because of the shift within themselves. Recently, we have very, very much helped to elevate people that have never been able to see a situation clearly. So as they were just going through their normal life, they did not, they experienced ups and downs, but they did not realize the extent at which this darkness had really kind of overcome humanity as a whole. So, in kind of boosting them, I'll say, with this energy and awakening, they were able to, first of all, see a more clear picture of the dark that has taken over humanity. But it is also, the energy has also been able to lift them past that point to where they see and feel the shift when that dark energy was when, like, we'll say we're showing her like where the percentage of the dark energy became less than the light energy surrounding humanity. So at this point, light energy is very much taking over humanity. Y'all are not in the depths and the dark near as much as you were just a short time ago. So humans are very much sensing, or most of them at least. Some are completely oblivious, but the vast majority of humans have experienced a shift in the light gaining power and gaining momentum over humanity. So this is where they very much get the not just a sense, but the reality of light has won. But we just want to make it clear that it does not by any means mean that there is no darkness. There's very much darkness. There's very much darkness still having its distinct place within humanity right now. There's very much still darkness weighing down the earth and holding her within her vessel. But that is okay. The darkness will never be gone. It is just a time when we are helping her to just be finished with that weight and with that heaviness, and for a fresh start, not only for her, but for humanity as well. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it absolutely did. Thank you. I have a question from someone who was asking about a vision they saw. They want to know if this is going to happen. They saw the Golden Gate Bridge in half, with a big destroyer ship shot down near it in bits.
With a destroyer ship, what?
Was shot down and destroyed into bits.
No, we're showing her the picture that she is seeing is that is the Golden Gate Bridge split, but with an X over it, and we're showing her that it is very much it is. Oh, okay. Okay, so yes, she's experiencing with the X on that, which she misinterpreted, we'll say, as that is not going to happen. But what we're really hoping that she get from this visual, or to show her in this visual, is that the Golden Gate Bridge is intact, but it is a target, and there is a ship involved. It is a target, but we are showing her that this will not occur.
Okay, so what type of would be behind targeting that bridge?
What type of what? I'm sorry.
What type of being would be targeting that bridge?
We're showing her that this is an inside job. This is someone who is in a position to defend and to protect, but that is not the duty that they are carrying out. They are trying to cause harm and cause destruction. We are showing her that we are blocking these efforts, and this is so this being is on a mission to do this, and is very much on a path and a direction where he very well could, but this is not something that will play out. Something is trying to come through. She's feeling a pressure and the energy of someone coming through.
Okay. Does that being want to introduce itself to us?
Well, hello.
Hi there.
Yeah, she is. This is Trump coming to talk to her.
Is this the subconscious?
It is. Yes. It is the higher self of the president, but of Donald Trump.
Well,
It is not. Yes, it is not the. It is not him. We were actually showing her his vessel is very unaware of this, so she is that this is something that is not coming from this the being himself, but from his higher self. She wanted to come through for some clarity on the situation as well. Hello. So we just want to make it clear that there are many, many, many efforts that are against what our plan is for humanity. And first of all, there is so much that y'all do not know and will not know. But there are also a lot of stories and scenarios that are leaked, per se, oftentimes for a specific purpose. And so this oftentimes when these scenarios are leaked or released, not actually leaked, but released, then the consciousness of humanity is focused on these missions, we'll say, that are counter to what we would like to see play out. But when humanity's consciousness is focused on these situations, is often much easier for us to, we'll just say, deflect them. And so people will receive visions and dreams, or hear stories, or we're showing her almost as like a prophecy type download in some people. And this is just all part of the way that we are able to, we'll say, kind of move the chess pieces in the direction that we need it to go. And we are showing her very clearly that this is this chess game, we're calling it, is playing out very, very well. It's playing out as we planned. Just know that these efforts continue to exist, have always existed. Many of the kind of tragic and monumental events in history, the significant times in history were scenarios that were allowed to play out for a specific reason. But on the flip side of that, there's many, many, many attempts for very detrimental ploys, very detrimental situations to occur that we have stopped and always have stopped. So although we don't necessarily need humanity's help, we are very, very, very busy with many other things. And so when we can kind of move the chess pieces and focus consciousness where we need it, it is a big help to us. We're showing her that this is something that is playing out and very clearly and very carefully in and through President Trump. That he is a vessel that oftentimes delivers the news or the command for certain things to go into play or take action on Earth. But we are showing that he has his team. We show him, he's surrounded by his team of human helpers that are helping him in his plan and showing him and giving him direction. That he also has his team. We're showing her like hovering above him, basically a collective that is very much surrounding him and guiding he and his team. And the efforts that are um, vastly important for Earth as a whole and humanity as a whole. We're showing that he has been very instrumental and very important in the playing out of this this plan and this is part of this is not just part of but is his biggest. He has other purposes, but this is by far his largest purpose in his life for humanity, and something that was put into place and into plan long ago. It is not something that is unrolled and unraveled just in the past few months or the past few years, but this is a very, very, very big picture scenario and plan that is created and is taking place as it should.
Would you say that humans are still doing the darkness on the planet, or is there other forces at play here?
It is not actual humans. It is the vessels look like humans oftentimes. Okay, there are two parts to this. Humans are playing a role in the fact that they are in these steps and remaining in dark energy. And when much of humanity is remaining in dark energy, that does gain force. I mean, that dark energy grows stronger and more abundant. So humans are playing a role in the kind of heavier and harder, some heavier and harder situations, just because they are not elevating themselves above it. We are also showing her that what people perceive as humans are not actually humans, and are other kinds of beings that are wearing a human vessel, and those beings are very much trying to carry out their plans to to do damage and slow down the trajectory and the momentum of what is playing out. We are also showing her a third aspect of this. They are beings that are not wearing human vessels, but they're beings, she's seeing them as reptilians, but we are showing her that it is not the actual reptilian vessels, but it is who the reptilian vessels are controlled by, like their higher. So the reptilians here on Earth are just living their lifetime. However, they're very much controlled by a higher kind of she's seeing it as their higher collective that is wanting them to maintain not just control. It's not they are kind of given up. We're showing her like they are surrendering or have surrendered to the notion that they will ever be in control again, but they are fighting for their own existence. So their efforts are counter to the way that we are directing humanity, because when Earth leaves her vessel, these beings will not be able to remain here. They will not exist here anymore. Just hoping that we answer that question. Humans causing issues because of their dark energy, being or vessels that look like humans that are not actually human, that are made to look like humans, carrying out darker agendas, is a second component. And the third component is the reptilian beings that are here fighting for their existence and trying to stop the shift of Earth out of her Earth body.
Thank you.
Is that okay? Is that
yeah?
Is that clear? Okay.
It is. Thank you. And what about the planet? Are we still being protected from other species coming and traveling to Earth and landing on Earth?
Well, there is two parts to this answer as well. There definitely continues to be beings that are easily allowed to and are traveling to Earth and leaving Earth freely as they have done. This is something that human beings are almost always blinded to. This is something that they are not aware of, but something that has always been the case and continues to be the case. So that has not stopped altogether. However, there are beings that were coming and bringing, she'll say, energy, like making the making the reptilian beings more powerful and able to accomplish more very, very, very destructive and very, very bad things here on Earth. So those beings have definitely been stopped from visiting Earth, but they are still the ones that are controlling and manipulating the reptilian beings and basically giving them the direction to. The reptilian beings are their chess pieces per se, so they are still in contact and giving them direction. Something else is trying to come through.
Okay, can I just ask Trump's higher self? Is there?
Oh, hold on. If it is okay, it is a. Oh. It is a. She's seeing a reptilian.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to communicate with her. She is very uncomfortable with the energy that she is experiencing relating to this, but she is open to communication as well.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you for coming in. Interestingly enough, seems like it's a party here where people are just welcoming themselves into the session. Hello, I don't know what to call you apart from reptilian, but thank you for coming. What is your message for us today?
My message is that the truth as and the reptilians residing on Earth is something that is being discovered very just most recently by a large number of um, people on Earth, and we are very aware that we have been targeted as the problem. We are targeted as the ones who have been basically underground trying to do horrific things to humanity. We are not in favor of this distruth that is being shown to humans. We are beings that have been residing in Earth and on Earth for a very, very long time. We are peaceful beings. We have no ill will towards humanity or towards Earth herself. And although we do not, the way that we live our life is not by any stretch of the imagination the same as human beings do. We're also not against or trying to destroy humans. We are just maintaining our own existence. But we are very aware that much of the crimes against humanity are being we are being targeted as the ones that are directing and leading those efforts, or not so much anymore, but have been directing and leading those efforts for a long time. And we just wanted to give our message with love to you that this also is not truth and is doing further injustice to humanity by pointing a blame on us. We are showing her that there are very, very few of these reptilian beings remaining on Earth, but we are showing that on many other planets, but we're showing a specific planet where they very, very much exist very strongly and are in harmony on that planet. There's no it is very difficult for them to try to maintain their existence on kind of a human playing field, if you will. And this has almost ceased to exist here on Earth and will not exist here on Earth after she leaves her vessel and it is destroyed. However, the reptilian beings will not cease to exist. They will very much continue to be as well.
I have two questions. Is it true that you eat humans? Is that for everyone?
Is that for everyone? Is that what you said?
All of the reptilians. Yes. Do all the reptilians eat humans?
Yes, we are showing her very clearly that they do eat humans, but we are making a very, very, very clear visual that it is not their choice. They do not seek to eat humans, and the humans that they have eaten, which is not necessarily what they desire, it's just what they need for their vessel. The humans that they have eaten are not humans that they have sought out for this purpose, for they are humans that have been given to them. They are humans that have been involved in rituals and events that are okay. She is receiving visuals of these types of rituals, and that is something that is very, 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 for her to experience, very, very, very low energy connected to these rituals. But we're showing that it is we're saying the residual of these rituals. The result of these rituals are humans that are given to the reptilians, and they have partaken and do partake. But the reptilians do not. They do not seek out. They do not hunt down humans in any way.
Thank you. And what do you particularly like to eat?
We prefer flesh. There is no denying that, but we do prefer to help with the process of eliminating the flesh of different creatures. Sometimes it is humans, sometimes it is animals. But this is something that we do after the soul and life has left those bodies.
Okay, my other question is, I respect what you're saying about you not being the bad guys. Is there other beings that are the bad guys? Are humans just blaming you for what humans do to humans? Can you explain more?
So, humans are not bad guys, but humans do contribute to darkness of humanity by again, as we stated, staying in that darkness, which when beings are reduced or lowered to very, very, very dark depths, they are able to do things that are contrary to the reason that they are put on earth. So human beings do carry out destruction and harm to their fellow human beings, but that is not um, the purpose of them being here. There's no human beings that are put on a life or in a life on a life on earth to destroy and to harm specifically, but there when well, the second part to that is that there are other beings that do not reside on earth that do they do have a just seeing it as almost like a power to take over and to control human beings, and this is often to the detriment of humanity, and their plan has been as if they've had their hand in humanity for a long time, and much of the direction of humanity is that the much of the direction that humanity has gone. Well, she's seen it as like turning away from the light is really just due to their kind of power and their hold on human beings. They do this by luring human beings with what they're seen as like fame and power. So when a human being is when the kind of she's seeing it as like they're dangling the carrot in front of a human being that was put here, created in love and light, and put here to carry out their life plan, just like every other human being. That there are other beings that are dangling a carrot per se in front of humans and offering them things like great wealth and power and fame and she's seen it as like where everyone would know about them for ever. So not just someone that is necessarily famous in a moment in time, but where their fame as we will use the word where their fame will make them known to humanity for very, 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 very long periods of time. Some of the beings that accepted this carrot were promised this fame and this power, and they did receive it, although it was not in the way that they thought it would. When they accepted this carrot, per se, they became in control of these other beings and carried out the plans and just just many, many, many unfortunate, many, many, many very horrific events on Earth. So these beings are not on Earth themselves, but they've always had the ability to gain control of human beings This is not something that they could do forcefully. This is something that the human being had to accept. Oh, okay. Okay. We were able to connect the dots for her with a visual. So as we are providing you with this information, we also gave her the distinct visualization of the mark inside a human being's brain, the mark that we do not call it a mark, we call it an agreement or an acceptance, and you have referred to it as a mark of the beast. But when this is what is referred to as accepting the mark. So when these beings accept this deal, they are provided with the fame and with the power and the control and the forever being recognized as a big name or a big event in history. That this is due to these beings that are not allowed to reside on Earth themselves, but wanted to still have control and power on Earth. She is getting another very heavy sense that something is trying to come in.
And who is this third guest?
Oh, okay. It is Jesus.
The return of sweet baby Jesus.
I am here to deliver my message regarding this. This is this power from these beings was gaining great momentum, great control over humanity, and this is when I took my life on Earth, and the purpose of that life was to lead a great deal of humanity, not all, not every being on Earth was able to meet me, know about me, hear about me, learn about me. However, with my time there, I was able to lead humanity in a proper direction and lead many, many, many humans away from the control of these other beings. This is where the distinction, mark of the beast, this is when it was put into play and that message was delivered so that humanity had the truth and that it is not in line with love and in line with light and in line with their life here on Earth. We made this distinction for much of humanity, and especially Christians, have perceived this as a what we will call a scare tactic. Not that we are ever in a position to scare, or bring fear, but this distinction as labeled as mark of the beast is something that we wanted to bring clarity to, and show humanity that it is something that is very dangerous and should be avoided at all times if possible. At the time that I was on Earth, I led a great number of people away from this power, the power that had gained so much momentum. This is something that continued momentum, we will call it, for a very long time. Beings were much more led and much more in a place to follow light, follow for these forces were able to infiltrate the and cause humanity to be blinded by the truths once again, and which causes momentum of the dark energy and these beings to take greater hold on humanity as well. And it has reached a point where we are no longer comfortable with humanity continuing in this way. It is not in line with our plan for Earth, our plan for humans. And this is why it is with great efforts that we are leading humanity away from this stronghold that they're under, and transitioning away from this earth vessel and on to a new earth as a perfect restart and reset for this effort. Oh, there's another one trying to come through. Goodness.
Who wants to follow Jesus?
So this is the leader of the other beings that you're speaking
of. Right. Do you want to give us a description of who you are?
Our message is just that we are, in a sense, no different. We do not exist on Earth, but we are maintaining our existence and our lifetimes, per se, and other areas and other universes, and this is where we carry out our lives, our purposes, and our plans. Is that we are trying a new target of humanity with the do okay, they're part of our creator, or what our creator has created as well, just as humans are and many other beings are. and that they are not, it's not that they are trying to bring destruction purposely to humanity or to any other beings, but this is the way that they were created to carry out their plan. And this information was also provided to you so that you will have a greater understanding for a bigger picture. It is very easy for you to focus your energies and trying to understand why certain things are happening to humanity, because you are a human being. You are living on Earth. You are feeling the effects of these things. You are experiencing these things personally, both physically, emotionally, energetically, on so many levels. So it is very understandable why you are focused on gaining understanding of these things, which we are very appreciative of. This makes us very. This is wonderful in our eyes, but we are trying to provide you with a bigger perspective. That this is not. That this is again how everything is supposed to play out. This everything is another piece in a very, very, very large, very, very complicated um, puzzle. It is all working together in balance to carry out the plans and the direction, the lives of many, many beings all at one time, at all time, in all times, through all time.
Thank you. The internet cut out a bit. So,
Joe,
yes.
if it is okay, she requires a short break. It is not due to the visits. It is due to the circumstances of her vessel, and she would love a quick break if that is possible. Someone else is coming in.
Jeez, it's a party here. Okay.